And finally, the victim from a deadly car crash on Chapman Highway Saturday was laid to rest this afternoon. Pierce Corcoran was just 22 years old. He was the son of Knoxville Fire Department Captain DJ Corcoran. The news of Pierce's death spread throughout the state as firefighters from Knoxville to Memphis came together to help out one of their own. 10 News reporter Mark Salinger shows us this strong brotherhood.
On a cold and rainy January afternoon, it was fire trucks that perhaps provided some warmth and comfort to a family facing the unthinkable.
Firefighters are a brotherhood and a sisterhood. When you reach out to somebody for help, you'll get the help.
Pierce Corcoran was not a firefighter, but spent much of his life around them. His father, DJ Corcoran, is a captain with the Knoxville Fire Department.
It shows how loved DJ and his family are. An extremely resilient family.
Wednesday, the Corcorans put their son to rest, surrounded by a family of first responders, everyone mourning the loss.
We are taught how to deal with death and dying, but we're really never taught how to deal with death and dying of a family member of our own.
When the crash happened on Saturday, DJ Corcoran was in Memphis. His firefighter family from across the state stepped in to help make sure he got home safe.
Memphis Fire was able to get DJ picked up, and they were able to transport him part of the way back to Nashville. Nashville Fire folks picked him up from there, brought him another distance back close to Cookville, and then our folks picked him up and brought him the rest of the way home.
As a line of fire trucks welcomed the Corcorans to the cemetery, a new battle begins.
We see a lot of accidents on Chapman Highway.
The Corcorans are now fighting to make sure no one else dies on the road.
His hopes are that someday the section of highway is improved.
Mark Salinger, WBIR 10 News.
One man is charged with criminally negligent homicide in that crash. Investigators say he steered into the oncoming traffic to avoid a car when he should have steered into an empty lane beside him. He's due in court tomorrow. That is our time. Thank you so much for watching. More news